God damn, this is my fucking 5th time doing the intro. Alright, what's going on YouTube? Hammer56 here, or Hamzy. I go by that too. Shit. And I asked you guys what kind of video you wanted to see next, and all of you dudes said a life story. Like, I never do those. So I'm gonna bring you a good life story today. I think it's a pretty good one. In my opinion, it's a pretty good life story, and I don't see anything else to do, but let's just jump right into it. So this happened, I want to say like 2019 or something like that. This is like 4 years ago, okay? One of my homies is in this story. He was in the shooting a gun in an apartment story. Big dog, if you're watching this, what's going on? Let's play some PUBG Mobile later. Anyway, so at the time, he was living with me. He was staying at my house. We were living together. We were chilling, whatever. And at the apartments that one of our mutual friends lived at, we would go over there and hang out all the time. I mean, that was just the spot for us for years growing up when we were teenagers. And my friend's dad happened to be the manager of the apartment complex. So sometimes we would help out with stuff and whatever. We were just there all the time. So there was this dude, I honestly can't remember his name. He lived there with his chick. I mean, it was just this faggot. Fuck that guy. So he wasn't paying his rent for his apartment, and he was gonna get evicted. He was getting evicted. He got his eviction notice and all that. Well, he was supposed to move out by, I think, Wednesday of that week. He had moved out like the week prior and hadn't returned, but he had left all of his stuff at the apartment. So later that week, you know, when all of his stuff was still there and the landlord's obviously trying to move somebody into that apartment, we had to get all that stuff out of there. So we went up in there and we just started cleaning up the apartment, and damn, I mean, this dude was trashy, bruh. Had all types of fucking moldy ass food in the fridge and like shit everywhere. It was disgusting in there. So we were cleaning up and he had like PS4 games and stuff. I think I ended up actually getting Mortal Kombat 10 and another game or two. But we were going through all of his stuff and like, I mean, this kid just left it here, and it's like, shit, fuck you, you know? I want Mortal Kombat 10. And we were, like, getting all of his clothes out of there and stuff, and he had, like, a few pairs of J's, some babe, like, shirts and shit like that. So we saw these clothes, and when we were leaving the apartment, we took those clothes, you know? We were like, shit. We were actually going to give them to my boy's little brother. But here's a picture of me wearing those clothes as a joke. As a joke, obviously, right? All those clothes were way too fucking small. Side note, those clothes were too small for me. He was bigger than me. So this dude was rocking clothes that were too small on purpose. I don't know, weird. But as a joke, I put them on and I get out of my car in my driveway at my house. I get out and I guess I think one of his friends saw me and my boy with the clothes. So we go in my house and we're chilling and somebody comes and bangs on the door, right? Well, me and my boy go and open it. And it's this kid with two of his homies. And he's like, hey, yo, dog, like, where are my clothes and all this bullshit? And we're like, man, I don't got your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But then through his shirt, he starts printing a gun. He's got a gun tucked in his waistband. So when I see that, you know, him and my dad, because my dad was at the door, are exchanging words, and I'm like, oh shit. So I go in my room to get my gun, but I can't find it. Well, turns out my old man, my dad, man of the century, had already had the pipe on deck. I come back in the living room. I'm like, where the fuck's the gun? And my dad was upping this bitch at this kid, in the middle of upping it in this kid's face. My dad puts this gun in this kid's face and word for word says, if you don't get the fuck off my porch, I'm gonna blow your head to a fucking canoe. Swear to God. And me and my boy were just like, man, fuck this, dude. Like, you know. So we went ahead and just gave him like a couple of the shirts back and shit. Like, we weren't trying to just, we just wanted this kid out of our fucking hair. But yeah, we never really saw him again. We saw him a couple more times actually and had an altercation with him. That's another life story. It's not really a big one. I don't even know if it's worth making a video about. If you want to hear that, let me know. But yeah, my dad said that word for word. I'll respect that forever. But it makes me laugh thinking about it to this day. Some of the shit, man. Some of the shit and situations that me and my friends ran into back in the day were just kind of weird, man. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, See you guys when I see you guys. Peace.
You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fucking feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet. Yes, I can get it on my mind, my own mind, while I'm waving out the window like